Welcome to another episode, Journey of an Author. And today I have with me the amazing Gloria Prest, who is a counselor and hypnotherapist. And she was actually featured in my first book called Rise in Pursuit of Empowerment. Hi, Gloria. Nice to see you.
Hi. Lovely to be here again.
There we go. There is Gloria. Each of the books actually has a double page for each of the authors and help them become visible. So that was basically my initial idea when I had the vision to actually go and write a book with 100 inspirational people. And the first two books are out now, and the next one was called Joy, Recipes for Abundance. So this is really a mini series of getting to know the authors, and also maybe sharing some insights as to how they found the journey of and what it's done for them, and sort of what's happened since becoming an author, because obviously it can really unlock a lot of amazing doors for you to become an author. And it's been about almost a year and a half on, isn't it, Gloria?
Yeah.
We've published. So how was it for you, and what's been happening in your life? What would you say?
Well, it was a great opportunity, and I obviously go one day I might write a book, or it's something that there are things I want to say. You never come round to doing it. And it was a real catalyst to have this opportunity, because then you don't have to do it on your own, and you don't feel that it's such a big thing. It's almost like sort of initiating a journey, and you don't have to do it on your own. So it was a great opportunity, and I loved it. I really did, because it took me out of my comfort zone, and it gave me that sort of validation. And when you start writing, and the whole process of writing the book, it was almost like giving myself self-recognition.
Yeah.
But also getting recognition from others, that I haven't come out of nowhere and I just decided, I'm going to do this, and because I fancy doing it. But there is a whole process and background of how I came to be. And sometimes you don't realize that, because you're just busy doing what you need to do. You get on with life, you do what you need to do and get on with it. And you don't think, you don't reflect. So that was quite a good, opportunity to actually, through the process of writing it, thinking back on what it is that you have done, what it is that has brought you to here, what it is that you've learned along the way. Because obviously what you learn, you use it. But sometimes there are bits you forget and you don't use it. And sometimes you particularly when things are very, very hard, as soon as you're over the hard bit, well, at least I do, I tend to forget it, and then get on with the next thing. And sometimes it was looking back, actually, that was tough. That was hard.
And I've overcome it, isn't it?
Yeah.
I have been able to turn the situation around because life continued, and I know you in particular had a quite a strong story with regards to what your son in particular, who was born with a disability, and how you then went about helping him. So I think that this in itself, just to share the story with others who may have similar sort of situations, in itself already is making that impact.
I had feedback from that of other mothers, particularly that have been in similar situations, and it's like resonating, and how you're so busy doing it that you forget sometimes to come out for breath, but when you know that other people have gone through it and that they've come out at the other end, as all right as it can be, depending on whatever issues you're dealing with, it's just it's just great. And when I was going through the really, really difficult, tough times when my son was very little, it was good to look at other people and other parents' experiences and seeing their grown-up children and how they've come out of the other end. So that was really good. So that was good for me, trying to almost sort of pat myself in the back. You've done that hard, but also to get recognition from other people, and to realize that what I bring to the job that I do is not just the academic side of it and I've learned the profession, because I learned so much more before I entered into the profession, and then I've carried that knowledge and sort of meshed it together to make something quite different. Would have been quite different just one or the other, but the two meshed is something completely different. Um, and it was a challenging process, though, I must admit. It wasn't, in the sense that, first of all, you think, what am I going to say? And then you think, oh my God, all I have to say, I've only got 1,000 words. So it was a real process of trying to condense everything that is important, and you learn to leave behind what's not really that essential for the message that you want to be or what you want to portray. So from the point of view of learning about communication, it was a good process, because also it's a different way of writing, because in more recent years I've been writing more about professional issues, about psychology and about mind and about neuroscience, the bits that I'm passionate and I learn, and anything to do with mental health. But that, actually, as interesting as it might be, it can be very dry and very procedural and not particularly a fun read. Not that the story was particularly fun, but you tend to, what we are taught, professionally, you're taught to give you to keep your emotional side to one side, and to be very factual and stick, and it's not about feelings and thought, is about facts.
Yeah.
So you trained to do that and to look at information in a different way. And of course, when you're trying to write a story, that all of that is not particularly helpful. So there was a process of learning and reflecting, and so that was very useful. And it was very useful to have your feedback and feedback from others, because with others we
Mm.
share with other authors, we read stories and say, well, we do this way or that, or so we helped each other on that process. So you're not out cold by yourself.
Exactly. And I think this is a powerful thing, that you have a set amount of words, and the reason for that is obviously, well, the books are all beautifully designed with color, with images, with motivational, inspirational quotes, and then you have a couple of pages story. And this is how I really wanted it to look like, because then it's literally someone can pick up the book and just read it as like one story at a time. It doesn't take more than 5 or 10 minutes. And because it's pocket size as well, my vision was that maybe someone will have it in their, in their handbag, and then pull it out whilst you're on a train or something. So they don't have to read pages and pages and pages. And yes, it's probably challenging to put all the words, together so it makes sense in like 3 pages. But it's so powerful and snappy. And I guess it's almost like, if someone has a busy life and just want to have a bit of motivation, that's like your power juice, I guess. It's almost like you have that shot of vitamin C in the morning, and that's how the books are being put together in that essence. Yeah.
I say the constraints of the words actually is really good, because it makes you be able to distill the essence.
Yeah,
exactly. The essence of what you want to say, and that's much more powerful than just babbling on and on and on about your life story.
Exactly. And you know what, many of the authors in the books are now wanting to write their own book, because they now see how the process has worked. They came to the process being a bit shy, and even doubting themselves. And maybe even some of them asked me when we had the onboarding interviews, well, am I worthy to be in a book or become an author, let alone becoming a best-selling author? Because obviously the books, they have become best-selling right around the globe, because we have this huge network around us, as it's the 25 of us, all together promoting this when we're launching it. So it's not just you're on your own, but you have 24 other people, and you all of a sudden 25x your audience and your visibility. Yeah. And some came and said, well, am I worthy? Is my story worthy? Right.
Yeah.
First question, how does it fit? But yeah, I mean, everyone has a story to tell, and some even want to not write their own book, and they have unlocked something within themselves, that very first story, then they say, well, now it flows. I'm going to go and write a whole book myself, and I
Yeah.
am worthy, I'm confident. And what a book brings as well, and I'm sure you're going to agree, it brings a whole lot of expert status. And when you put that on your profile,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
looks very different.
it's given me definitely more authority and more opportunities. So when I'm going to networking events and things like that, or I introduce the book, and it gives you that sense of authority, which you already have, but because as women tend to have this problem of, you know, sometimes this imposter syndrome that we still need to conquer. Yes, because we do have very valid stories. Every one of the stories in the book, and it's nice to be in the company of other women.
Yeah, it's a community that we've built. Yeah. And friendships, like, see, now 18 months on, I'm chatting to all of the authors. We'll get them back on interviews. We're doing, from time to time, we're still doing summits together, and you guys are going to come in as speakers, or some have worked with each other as well and collaborated. So yeah, it's been so many things that have happened since, and it's
been really good. And also there was also a cathartic process as well, in a way, because there were things that some of the difficulties in my early life, whatever, that I hadn't quite completely sort of come to terms with it.
Mm-hmm.
In some of the losses and some of the things, particularly about my my not being able to access education when I really wanted to, and I had some issues of forgiveness to go through that. Which you don't particularly pay attention to those things, but it came out in the process. So it's you don't know what's going to come out of the things. But it was a very positive experience, and I would not have done it if I hadn't been part of the project, because what it showed me was how complex self-publishing is. Because you think, and these days anybody can self-publish, true, because Amazon allows you to self-publish, but basically what Amazon allows you, if you don't know what you're doing, is allow you to spend a lot of money on them providing you the service, and then you don't sell any books.
Yeah.
So lots of people do. I have got, but then you don't have any impact, because nobody, you spend a lot of money and you don't get anything, because you don't understand anything. And the thing that was good is that you put a group of people around the whole process, a team of experts in editing, in all the graphics, and all the putting the book together, with the formatting, whatever you call it, and the promotion, all of that, which was something that I wouldn't have been able to put together myself. So it's already, but it teaches you about the process at the same time. Yeah. And it allows you to make sense. And yes, there is a minimum of money involved, but nothing like it would be if you wanted to self-publish. And yet you get the same benefit, because you're a published author, you have exposure. Even more, you connect with people that you would not connect if you doing it all alone. So it's quite complex. So there were lots of benefits, and I would say anybody thinking about doing it, just do it, jump on it. Jump on the opportunity.
Thank you, Gloria. I think it really sums this up very nicely. This is a lifetime opportunity, because I think if you have the chance to collaborate and firsthand, to dip your toes into that whole publishing process without having to do it yourself, then I think this is the reason why I'm so passionate about the project. And I feel I'm going to give another further 50 people that opportunity to be on my future project. So if you're seeing this and you're thinking, absolutely, I'd love to find out about the next project. The third book's in the pipeline now, and then there's a fourth one as well, and happy for you to connect. I'll probably leave a link somewhere below the video. I'll also leave Gloria's information. Gloria, maybe just let us know where people can find you best.
Just my website, www.mindinfocus.co.uk. But anyway, the one last thing I want to say before we close that is, anybody who's thinking of writing, do not wait until you have the story perfect in your mind to start writing. The process of writing is what happens when you start rewriting what you started writing. So if you think I'm going to wait till I have it perfect and then I'll start, it won't happen. Just start whatever comes to your mind and then keep perfecting it till you get what you want. But don't wait for perfection to start with.
Once you have something there, you're going to see it, you're going to read it, you're going to digest it, rewrite it. Yeah, it's happened to me as well. I mean, my story's in the book too, so I had to do, I had to do what I'm preaching, right? So yeah, it happened to me as well, and it is healing. It is really self-healing. It's a beautiful process, and of course everything else that comes with it, with the expertise, the opportunities, the visibility. It's been fantastic.
And at the end, you have something you can brag about to your family or friends.
A legacy, like a real product in hand.
It's tangible.
It is. Good. Thank you so much, Gloria.
Okay.
Here. Take care. Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.